Let's talk today about my free indicator. It's the ADX MACD Confluence. To find it, you'll simply go to Indicators, type in TUE ADX /MACD, and it's right here. Under Community Scripts, TUE ADX MACD Confluence version 1 by TradersUltimateEdge. It's the one with, as of the time of this recording, about 1,100 likes on it. So you can find that, put it right on your chart. The other indicators that I'm using down here are just, are just the standard MACD right here, Moving Average Convergence Divergence, and the other one, ADX and DI, and I don't know how to pronounce that name, and it's got about 37,000 likes. So that's the other one that's here on the screen. Okay. So I'll show you what the indicator does. And again, this indicator is free and it's open source, so you can just go grab the code if you'd like it. What it does is it waits for the ADX MACD, the ADX to find a condition, right? So we'll look right here. We have a sell condition, okay? So we look here, and this is where the red line started to cross over the green line, indicating a sell condition with the ADX. The MACD here started to find a sell condition. So when these two things combined and they found confluence, this popped a sell condition here. That's what it does, is when the ADX and the MACD line up, it will show a condition. In this case, it went down really nice. So great, you're thinking, well, what about some of the stuff like this? That's why I don't like to use this one in a vacuum. There's another popular free indicator called Supertrend. And what I like to do with the two of these is kind of combine them because they look at different things. Supertrend works off of ATRs, average true ranges, and it's a pretty ingenious method of using them. And in my algorithms for automated trading, I use average true ranges all the time. It's fantastic mathematics and it works very well in the stock market. In this case, what I like to do is look for a confluence between the ADX MACD and the Supertrend. So for example, here was the start of the day and we went to find a buy signal right here. And by the way, so when the confluence is in a buy signal, you'll have green candles. When part of the confluence breaks, it'll go to a white candle. So you can see right here, it lost the buy signal as the green crossed under the red. That's why it does that. This one might be a little bit better example right here. You can see it crossed over here out of the sell signal. So when either the MACD or the ADX loses part of that confluence, it'll go to white, but it won't actually change to the opposite signal until both of them go the opposite way. So back to the super trend, we've got a buy. Here we've got a buy. So when these two things coincide, right here, that would be an entry. And I would stay in that probably all the way until super trend says to get out. But of course, you know, you'll be taking profits along the way. The lines you see in the background are my own personal pivot point script, which I'm going to release free at some point. I need to update it to version 5 of PineScript. It's actually like version 3. That's how long I've had it. And then once I do that, I'll release it for free. But you can clearly see, you know, it was using these pivot points as support. Up here, resistance, you know, probably take a bunch of profit here when it hits this middle one for the day. And as it comes back down here and bumps out of this, bumps out of the buy from super trend and goes into the sell for super trend, then I'm going to go ahead and probably close that position. Here, as it goes into sell here, we still see this sell confluence here, but it's been a few bars now. And this is also at lunchtime, so I probably wouldn't enter a new trade. I like to enter trades at lunchtime. As we come up over here, see, we're out of lunch, not quite to power hour. Maybe enter a trade here, Maybe wait to see if it can break this this upward overhead resistance. If it can break this resistance, maybe that's a good place to enter a trade. But we can see over here it failed, came down. We've got the sell signal already with ADX MACD. We go into sell with the super trend, those two combined, and it just flushes in power hour really hard. So that's how I like to use that indicator. Let's go to today's. Let me look at today. Oops. So over here, looks like super trend's been in a sell since 3:20 my time in the morning. Couldn't really decide where we were going here at the ADX MACD, and here's the open into the market, and it just kind of continues going down. Sometimes you'll get this where you come into the day with one. I guess that's kind of how you want to run it. If you want electronic trading hours, if you want regular trading hours. So here's the regular trading hours, and you can see it just popped a sell right off the beginning of the day. And I like these, especially, it's got both right off the start of the day, and it comes up a little bit, drops down hard off that candle below this fib line I've got, and that's probably the entry right there, and keep following it down. And now these confluences are broken, so you see how it goes from red to white. Let me show you right here. Let's see, the ADX is still in a sell, but the MACD confluence changed down here. So the MACD is actually moving up in a buy signal right here, which doesn't necessarily mean a buy, right? Because if you just use the MACD by itself, obviously that would have been wrong. You would have lost. That's why you want to look at a few indicators together. And this ADX MACD confluence just adds two of the most powerful ones together to kind of give you that edge. And then you can kind of use that super trend. A lot of people like super trend to just really kind of mesh all of it together, and you can come up with a really nice opening and closing strategy using just these indicators, and they're completely free. Again, I do have ones for sale, full out algorithms that run off of ADX MACD, and I've got another one too, and they're used for automated trading because I trade automated from TradingView. You can check that out at tradeconnect.com. You can check out my indicators over at TradersUltimateEdge.com, and I'll link them in the description of the post as well. But other than that, that's how you're going to use this ADX MACD confluence indicator to make money. And again, it is completely free. The code is open source. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.